Welcome back to the Sports News Analysis YouTube channel. My name is Mike. I'm continuing my Week 13 NFL previews and analysis. This video is for the game between the Houston Texans and the New England Patriots. This game will take place in Houston. The Texans, losers of 9 games in a row, sit at 2-9. And then on the other hand, you have the Patriots coming in off a big win last week versus the Broncos, coming in at 8-3. And, you start off with the Texans. Case Keenum will start this game, all right? But for me, the key to this game is going to be the Texans' running game. Let's not forget, I know a lot of the focus was on how New England came back last week. But two things I took from that game for New England from a defensive perspective. One, they let up over 200 yards rushing to Knowshon Moreno. All right, so let's see if Ben Tate and company can take advantage of that. And also the fact that, look, when Denver needed to go into the wind to get a scoring drive, all right, to tie the game late in the game against the New England defense, they were able to do that. So, I know this offense, in my mind, is improving every week. I worry about that New England defense. I don't know if Case Keenum will be able to exploit that from a passing game perspective, because I think what Belichick is going to do is I think he knows Keenum wants to go deep. So I think, there's going to be a lot of emphasis on Chandler Jones and company getting pressure up front, but run some kind of deep safety look, and then, be sure, to tackle guys, make the sure tackle when the pass is made in front of them, and force Keenum to throw the ball into the middle of the field where there's more bodies, which Belichick is known for, sort of confusing young quarterbacks into throwing that ball into the middle of the field. So I think Keenum has an uphill challenge against them from a scheme perspective, but if he can figure it out, and, the Patriots get a little leaky back there with their safeties and such, look to see if he can beat them deep. Again, I think a lot's going to stem on the fact of whether Chandler Jones and company can get pressure on Keenum. But, I think Houston will be able to score points in this game. I just worry with the New England offense improving, coming into play a 2-9 team that, who knows the motivation they have to keep playing hard. You just never know in the NFL. You would think with New England coming into their building, they would be motivated to play. That defense does have good statistics, all right? They haven't really been able to stop teams when they've needed to, but their stats have been good. They have talent on the defensive side of the ball. Do they get galvanized for one last good effort here this year when they sit at 2-9? That remains to be seen. If you remember, this game last year between these two teams was a gigantic game. It was maybe the most hyped regular season game of the entire NFL season. But you look at how far the Texans have fallen since then, and you worry, from a psychology standpoint, where they sit in terms of the Patriots coming in and playing them. Because again, if you go back to that regular season game last year and look at what the Texans had in front of them and how they've pretty much fallen apart as a team and as a franchise since then, it's actually pretty remarkable. But I think from an on-field game standpoint, the Patriots' offense is getting better every week. I think you're going to see Brady get his young guys involved even more. And, with the constants of Gronkowski, Edelman, and Amendola, look for Tompkins and Dobson to get a little more involved this week. And again, I think this Patriots offense is on the cusp of being a vintage Tom Brady Patriots offense, if they're not there already. So I think New England's not going to overlook Houston because of the talent Houston has. I think Keenum's going to have trouble against whatever scheme Belichick cooks up here. I like the Patriots minus 7.5 to beat Houston. Guys, let me know what you think. Hit me up in the YouTube comments. Hit me up on Twitter at @SNewsAnalysis. Be sure to subscribe to my channel. I preview and recap every game every week, and I'm always talking the news of the day in the NFL. So be sure to subscribe. Thanks for listening. Have a great night.